There are tons of things that happen in a corporate career. And there are way too many mistakes each of us commit. And there are way too many things that we need to do to take care of our career. In this video, I want to talk about 3 things that would actually supersede everything else. बहुत सारी लर्निंग है, बहुत सारे लोग हैं, बहुत सारे कॉर्पोरेट लीडर्स हैं, बहुत लोगों से आप सीख सकते हो. बट मेरा काम यही है to help people get amazing careers and amazing lives. So I can tell you, of all the things I've learned, of hundreds of books I've read and everything I've learned, it actually boils down to these 3 things, the mistakes that people are creating. सबसे पहली चीज is you need to keep away from one size fit all. In the corporate life, people are going to judge you by the same set of standards. There's like the bell curve. There's like the best way you have to talk to people, the way you participate in the meeting, the way you dress yourself. It's always going to be one person will be idolized by your manager and they will say, look at this person, look at that person, look at that person. But agar aap is bhed chal mein ghus gaye, to you will always play a catch-up game. मैं ये नहीं कह रहा हूं कि don't do anything, like do not look at them and listen to them or learn from them at all. मैं बोल रहा हूं कि भेड़ चाल में नहीं घुसना, उनके जैसा बनने की कोशिश नहीं करना आपको. मुझे याद है कि when I was in Cognizant in Australia, my boss used to actually say, look at this guy Vijay. Vijay is so good with talking to customers and you need to be like him. And Vijay has a style. He could connect with people. Me being an introvert, it was very hard for me to even emulate that. But guess what I did? I tried to follow him. And I could not reach anywhere. And it caused frustration, lack of confidence, feeling like a misfit, feeling like lack of worth. So definitely do not give in to the bhed chal which is there in the corporate life. That's the number one mistake. If you're committing it, you're making a big mistake with your career. It will not go well. Second one, thinking कि my work will speak for itself. सच ये है कि आपका काम नहीं बोलता है. मैंने इतनी बड़ी बड़ी टीम्स को मैनेज किया है एंड मैंने 17 साल के मेरे करियर में इन टर्म्स ऑफ 17 years I was a people manager. I've seen कि कुछ लोग ऐसे होते हैं जो लोग अपने डेस्क पे बैठ के बहुत फंडू काम करते हैं, but the quality of the work they produce is usually not as good as the quality of the work those people produce जो लोग इधर उधर से बात करते हैं. And why does it work like that? Because जो लोग बात करते हैं they learn कि ये शायद जो एक्टिविटी ये लोग कर रहे हैं उसका इतना आउटकम नहीं होगा. So their output is adjusted as per the expectation of a manager. And you could say कि I'm a developer, it doesn't make a difference to me, or I'm a person who works in finance sector, it doesn't make a difference to me. But trust me, this particular thing is applicable everywhere. हर जगह पे कोई भी आप काम करते हो, हर काम के अंदर आपका इंगेजमेंट लोगों के साथ बहुत क्रिटिकल है. अगर आप लोगों से बात नहीं कर रहे, अगर आप उनसे वैलिडेशन नहीं ले रहे, अगर आप उनसे सीख नहीं रहे, और अगर अपने काम के बारे में या जितना अच्छा आप काम करते हो उसके बारे में बात नहीं कर रहे, nobody will know. Your manager is a human being. He or she doesn't know कि आप इतना अच्छा काम कर रहे हो. And that's why appraisal time is often a surprise for a lot of people. अरे यार ये तो मैंने एक्सपेक्ट नहीं किया था, ये तो आपकी एक्सपेक्टेशन सही नहीं है, ये तो कहीं नहीं लिखा हुआ है. Well, you must allow your inner demons to be quashed. You must give yourself an opportunity कि आप अपने introversion से बाहर निकलें and reach out to people, talk to them about the work you're doing while you're doing it, not after you've finished that. Let me just do this great quality work, right? So that's the second thing. Your work does not speak for itself, you do. Third thing is not building connections. हम लोग जब ऑफिस में बैठते हैं तो क्या होता है, हम लोग टिपिकली उन लोगों से बात करते हैं जिससे हम लोग कंफर्टेबल हैं. इट कुड बी टीम मेंबर, इट कुड बी सीनियर्स, इट कुड बी एनीबडी. Often it is same batchmates or people have joined the company with us, people who we know. And उनके साथ क्या होता है, उनके साथ जो कन्वर्सेशन होती है वो एक पर्टिकुलर लेवल पे होती है. इसका मतलब यह है कि आपका लेवल उससे ऊपर कहीं नहीं होगा. Fact is, if you're the smartest person in the room, there is a problem. And even if you're not the smartest person in the room and you're learning, if you're learning from the same set of people, it's a problem. So you need to build adequate connection. और एक और गड़बड़ है इसके अंदर, अगर हम लोग सेम तरह लोगों से बात करते हैं, जब crisis comes, a promotion time comes, when something else happens which you need to take a look at, we need to learn from, who will you learn from? So there's a 33% rule, which is 33% of the time you should spend with people so that you can pull them up. 33% of the time you should be with people where there's an exchange of information, equal contribution. You're contributing sometimes they're contributing. It's like a fun group. And 33% of the time you should be with people जिनसे आप learn कर पाए. वो लोग जरूरी नहीं है कि आपकी ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस में ही हो, ये लोग आपकी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बाहर भी हो सकते हैं, ये लोग कहीं और किसी और कंपनी में हो सकते हैं, कंपटीशन में भी हो सकते हैं. इन लोगों को you can find these people on LinkedIn, on internet or somewhere. You can find them on Quora. You can find them in from multiple sources. Well, आपने वो कहावत सुनी होगी कि you should build the bridges before you need it. Like at the nth moment, if you're going to build the bridge, it's not going to become handy. Like a lot of people reach out to me on LinkedIn and say, hey, can you help me with a job? Hey, you don't know me. Obviously, my time is going to be spent with people who I know, who I serve, who I help, who are engaging with me. So build connections much before you need them, and don't build them for like sake of building them and networking. Just build them because you like that person. So trust me, if you follow all of those three things, and if you keep away from like the nonsense of letting your work speak for yourself, or bhed chal mein ghusna, if you're not building connections, if you actually keep away from these things, you at least have a baseline to build a decent enough career.